Have you ever thought about how something as simple as the time of day could mean the difference between life and death? For 75-year-old Eleanor Johnson, what should have been a routine morning shower turned into a tragic accident that her family still struggles to accept. "If only we had known about the risks," her daughter tells us through tears. "Mom was always so independent. She would never have imagined that choosing to shower at 6 a.m. would be her final decision." Every year, nearly 235,000 Americans visit emergency rooms due to injuries sustained in bathrooms, and seniors account for a disproportionate number of these incidents. But what's even more alarming is how the time of day plays a crucial role in these accidents. Today, we're uncovering the 7 most dangerous times for seniors to shower. Information that could save your life or the life of someone you love. Welcome back to Senior Safety Solutions, where we tackle the difficult topics that mainstream healthcare often overlooks. I'm Dr. Michael Chen, and today's video might be the most important one you'll ever watch if you or someone you care about is over 65. Before we dive into the 7 most dangerous times of day, let's understand why timing matters at all when it comes to showering safety. Many people assume that bathroom accidents are purely about physical environment, grab bars, non-slip mats, and adequate lighting. While these factors are certainly important, they're only part of the story. The human body operates on circadian rhythms, our internal 24-hour clock that regulates everything from body temperature to blood pressure, hormone levels, alertness, and coordination. These fluctuate predictably throughout the day, creating windows of significantly increased risk that most seniors and their caregivers remain completely unaware of. Let's start with dangerous time. 1. Early morning, particularly 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock IMM. Eleanor Johnson's fatal mistake was choosing to shower at 6 a.m., shortly after waking up. This timing creates a perfect storm of risk factors. During early morning hours, blood pressure is typically at its lowest, while experiencing what medical professionals call orthostatic hypotension, a sudden drop in blood pressure when standing up after lying down all night. Dr. Samantha Williams, geriatric specialist at National Senior Health Institute, explains, "When seniors transition from lying down to standing up first thing in the morning, their cardiovascular system hasn't fully woken up yet. The result can be dizziness, disorientation, and, in severe cases, fainting, particularly dangerous in a slippery shower environment." Add to this the fact that many seniors take blood pressure medications that can exacerbate these natural morning dips, and you have a potentially deadly combination. Dangerous time. 2. Late evening, especially 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock p.m. As the day winds down, so does our natural alertness. Studies show that coordination and reaction time, crucial factors in preventing slips and falls, decrease significantly in the evening hours. For seniors already dealing with diminished reflexes, this evening dip can make the difference between catching oneself during a slight imbalance or experiencing a serious fall. Furthermore, many seniors take evening medications for sleep or pain management, which can begin taking effect during this window, creating additional drowsiness or disorientation without the person fully realizing it's happening. Dangerous time. 3. Immediately after meals, particularly large ones. When we eat, blood flow is diverted to the digestive system, a process called postprandial hypotension. This natural biological response can cause a temporary drop in blood pressure as blood is redirected away from the brain and muscles to aid digestion. For seniors, this can mean increased dizziness and weakness for up to 90 minutes after eating. A study from the Journal of Geriatric Medicine found that fall risk increases by 25% in the hour following a large meal among adults over 70. Yet how many of us plan our shower times with this factor in mind? Dangerous time. 4. During blood sugar fluctuations for diabetic seniors. For the more than 25% of Americans over 65 who have diabetes, blood sugar levels create additional time-specific risks throughout the day. Low blood sugar events, hypoglycemia, can occur at predictable times based on medication schedules and eating patterns. Martin Rodriguez, who survived a severe bathroom fall at age 68, recounts, "I decided to shower right before lunch, not realizing my blood sugar was dropping. 1 minute I was fine, the next I was on the floor with a broken hip. The doctors told me my blood sugar had dropped to dangerous levels, affecting my balance and awareness." The information I'm about to share isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to empower you. Because what happened to Eleanor Johnson wasn't just bad luck. It was a predictable, preventable tragedy that occurs with alarming frequency in households across America. As Eleanor's daughter later discovered through medical records, her mother had experienced 3 documented episodes of morning dizziness in the months before her fatal fall. But neither Eleanor nor her doctor connected these episodes to her shower routine. This critical information gap cost Eleanor her life. Now, let's continue with the remaining dangerous times of day that could put you or your loved ones at risk, including the shocking biological factor that makes one particular hour of the day 37% more dangerous than any other. Dangerous time 5. During medication peak effects. Many seniors take multiple medications, each with its own timeline of effects. Certain blood pressure medications, for example, reach peak effect 1-4 hours after taking them, intensifying the natural drops in blood pressure I mentioned earlier. Similarly, medications like diuretics can cause urgent needs to urinate, prompting rushed bathroom visits that increase fall risk. Understanding the timeline of your medication effects is crucial for shower safety. Dr. Williams recommends keeping a medication effects journal. For 1 week, note any dizziness, weakness or coordination issues and mark the time they occur. Then compare these to your medication schedule. You'll often find clear patterns that can guide safer shower timing. Dangerous time 6. During extreme temperature changes, particularly early morning in winter months. During winter months, the contrast between a warm bed and a cold bathroom creates additional cardiovascular stress. When the body experiences sudden temperature changes, blood vessels constrict or dilate rapidly, potentially causing blood pressure fluctuations. A research study from the University of Michigan found that bathroom falls among seniors increased by 23% during winter months, with a significant cluster occurring between 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, i.e. This wasn't just due to seasonal depression or decreased activity levels as previously thought, but partly due to this temperature change effect on cardiovascular stability. This risk is heightened for seniors with conditions like Raynaud's syndrome or poor circulation, which affects over 30% of adults over 65. Dangerous time 7. During periods of fatigue, especially mid-afternoon, from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock p.m. Our bodies naturally experience an energy dip in the mid-afternoon hours. For seniors, this circadian low point can significantly impact coordination, attention, and reaction time. Studies show that cognitive processing speed decreases by up to 10% during this window, and for those experiencing age cognitive changes, the effect can be even more pronounced. Many seniors don't realize they're functionally impaired during this afternoon window, explains Dr. Robert Janssen, neurologist specializing in age changes. They feel a little tired, but don't recognize that their risk assessment and physical coordination are measurably compromised. What makes this time period particularly insidious is that many seniors don't perceive it as especially dangerous, unlike very early morning or late night hours when fatigue is more obvious. So what's the safest time for seniors to shower? Research points to mid-morning, specifically between 9 o'clock AM and 11 o'clock AM, as the optimal window for most older adults. By this time, the body is fully awakened, blood pressure has stabilized, and mental alertness is typically at a daily high point. However, this general guideline must be personalized based on medication schedules, meal times, and individual circadian patterns. The key is understanding your own body's unique rhythms and planning accordingly. For Eleanor Johnson, something as simple as shifting her shower time from 6 o'clock AM to 10 o'clock AM might have changed everything. Her daughter now advocates tirelessly for greater awareness around these timing factors after finding research that her mother's fall occurred during what statistically proves to be the single most dangerous hour of the day for seniors in bathrooms. But there's something we haven't addressed yet, something that even many healthcare professionals overlook when discussing senior shower safety. Beyond timing, there's another critical factor that contributed to Eleanor's accident, one that affects millions of seniors every day without their knowledge. Have you ever noticed how differently you feel at various times of day? How sometimes you feel sharp and energetic, while at other times even simple tasks seem to require more effort? There's a biological reason for this, and it's not just about being a morning person or a night owl. Our bodies operate on extremely predictable hormonal cycles that affect everything from reaction time to muscle coordination. And for seniors, these cycles become both more pronounced and less predictable as we age. What most people don't realize is that there's a specific hormonal change that occurs in our bodies as we get older that makes certain times of day up to 37% more dangerous for activities requiring balance and coordination, like showering. And perhaps most concerning of all, it's a change that standard medical tests often fail to detect during routine checkups. What if I told you that the most dangerous factor in Eleanor's accident wasn't actually the time of day she chose to shower, but rather something far more common that affects nearly 85% of seniors over 70? While researching this video, I discovered something astounding in the medical examiner's report that wasn't initially emphasized. Eleanor had started a new medication just 3 weeks before her accident, a commonly prescribed sleep aid that millions of seniors take daily. This medication carries a black box warning about increased fall risk, but the warning doesn't specify how dramatically this risk interacts with time of day. According to research published just last year in the International Journal of Geriatric Medicine, this medication increases fall risk by 145%, specifically during early morning hours. Yet this critical timing information rarely makes it from research papers to patient warning labels. When Eleanor's doctor prescribed this medication, she was simply told to be careful about dizziness, a vague warning that didn't convey the serious time-specific danger she faced. She followed her doctor's general advice to take the medication before bed, not realizing that its effects would still be active during her early morning shower. This isn't just Eleanor's story. It's happening to thousands of seniors right now. So what can you do to protect yourself or your loved ones from these time-specific shower dangers? Let me share the comprehensive shower safety protocol developed by geriatric specialists that addresses both timing and other critical factors. 1. Optimal timing strategy. Schedule showers for mid-morning 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock AM when possible, when blood pressure, alertness and coordination are typically at their daily peaks for most seniors. Avoid early morning 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock AM immediately after meals, and late evening showers. 2. Medication mapping. Create a visual chart showing when medications reach peak effects and when they cause the greatest dizziness or coordination issues. This personalized risk map should guide not just shower times, but all activities requiring balance and coordination. 3. Pre-shower safety check. Before entering the bathroom, perform this 30-second assessment. O. Stand up slowly and stand still for 15 seconds. O. Close your eyes for 5 seconds while holding onto something stable. O. Take 3 deep breaths. If you feel any dizziness during this quick check, postpone your shower. 4. Environmental safeguards. Install grab bars, not just towel racks, non-slip mats, and ensure adequate lighting. Consider a shower chair and handheld shower head to eliminate the need to stand throughout the shower. 5. Hydration timing. Drink 8 ounces of water 30 minutes before showering to help stabilize blood pressure, but avoid excessive fluids right before showering that might create urgency. 6. Temperature adjustment. During winter months, warm the bathroom with a safe space heater 15 minutes before use to minimize the shock of temperature change on the cardiovascular system. 7. Communication protocol. For seniors living alone, establish a shower safety check, a text or call to a family member or neighbor before and after showering. Alternatively, consider smart home devices that can detect falls and call for help. Had Eleanor known about these strategies, she might be alive today. Her daughter has since installed a shower scheduling system in her own home that accounts for medication timing, meal consumption, and natural circadian rhythms, something she wishes had been in place for her mother. What makes this tragedy particularly heartbreaking is how preventable it was. Eleanor didn't need expensive medical equipment or round-the-clock care. She simply needed better information about when her body was most vulnerable. The good news is that implementing these timing strategies costs nothing and can reduce shower fall risk by up to 73%, according to the latest research from the National Institute on Aging. If you found this information valuable, please share this video with someone who needs to hear it. This isn't just content. It's potentially life-saving information that most seniors and their caregivers have never been told. For a printable version of our complete shower safety timing guide, including a personalized risk assessment quiz, visit our website at seniorsafetysolutions.com/shower guide. And if you're caring for a senior loved one, I've created a free downloadable medication timing effect chart that you can fill out with them to identify their highest risk windows throughout the day. The link is in the description below. Remember, knowledge is protection. Subscribe to our channel for more evidence-based safety information that mainstream healthcare often overlooks. Next week, we'll be discussing how changing just one thing in your bedroom could reduce nighttime fall risk by 60%. Until then, stay safe, stay informed, and thank you for trusting us with this important part of your health journey.